The death toll now stands at 221, just days after that tragic roof collapse at a popular nightclub in the Dominican Republic. The crowd, they were there. They were gathered for a Ruby Perez concert. The singer also died in that tragedy, and today he was laid to rest.
Our reporter Hatso Vela is in the DR and joins us live with how the community is coping there as crews are moving now. Hatso, you said from rescue to recovery efforts.
Shelly, Roxy, yes, all of that happening across town, but here at the National Theater, the focus is Ruby Perez. You can see behind me, hundreds of Dominicans have come here to say their last goodbye to this really music icon from this country and really throughout Latin America and the world. So let's take you inside the National Theater here and give you a sense of what's happening. We're talking about one of the most well-known artists of this country, a musician who was born in a small town here in Dominican Republic, came to fame in the 80s. Initially, he was a principal vocalist for the Wilfrido Vargas Orchestra, but then went out on his own and created his own music, known for songs like Volveré, Enamorado de Ella, turning into an ambassador of merengue, not just here in Dominican Republic, but in Latin America and across the world. And that's why you're seeing the kinds of crowds you're seeing. Even the president of the country came here to the National Theater. Mr. Luis Abinader was here consoling the family of the famed musician and hundreds of others who had this to say to us. This man tells us Dominicans all over the world are right now feeling sadness and pain. She says she came to say goodbye. We had a long-time friendship, she tells us. He was almost like family. That's why I came. And so let's also talk about the collapsed nightclub at the scene there. We're being told that at this hour, they can officially say more than 220 people have died. But the search continues for bodies. Yesterday, unfortunately, no one alive was found at the site. And at this hour, we know that more than 200 people were injured in this incident. The big question, ladies, of course, throughout the country in Latin America is how did this happen? The government not giving too many details, only saying that they're focusing on the search and rescue for now. Reporting live from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic, I'm Hatso Vela, NBC 6 News.
All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praise and the glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rahadash. Shall give me the spirit and the strength to do this lesson. I also want to give the honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone and Ruwell, and that teach well through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. Shalom, wa barakim to the elect, beginning with the 144,000 just scattered abroad, and in every place, redeeming the time and ready to be saved. Shalom. All right, real quick, this is why the apostles have to, beginning with Apostle Hard, put out an order for brothers to not go to these type of resorts, all right? These clubs, especially the clubs, ain't no prophet. You're a prophet of the Lord, Yahweh Shai. You have no business going to those clubs, man. All right. So it's really a demonic scenery, okay? A bunch of demonic spirits, You're a prophet of the Lord. You have no business going there. And then we're in the time of mass judgments being demonstrated, all right? So it was the spirit that the apostles they had ordered out. We got to use wisdom. That's why in the book of what did Paul say? Walk circumspectly. Walk circumspectly. Roughly paraphrase. Knowing the times. All right. Matter of fact. No, that's not what I want. That's not it. Alright. This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time." Right. Knowing what time it is. All right. Knowing what time it is. Knowing the time. All right. That's why I said redeeming the time. Because look, we know what time it is. So we know where mass crowds are found. A great judgment is there's an opportunity for judgment to take place, right? Because it's also written that in the Apocrypha that many they that dwell on the earth shall be taken in a great number. All right, and this is a great example of that. It said that 200 plus people were killed, were destroyed, put to death. All right, because of a roof that collapsed on them. And also, the entertainer that night was put to death, man. Ruby, forgot his last name, but yeah, he was Yahweh Shah said that the stars of heaven will fall. Look at all these celebrities and these music, professional music, and what's the one I'm looking for? Music artists is being put to death. Man, you can't make this up. This has to be the time that Yahweh Shah said. He said, "The stars of heaven shall fall." All right. Now we know that's talking about those missiles, but also it's talking about these superstars, man. All right. And he said once again, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Matter of fact, let me read that again. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil." Right. We're in an evil time. All right. It said, "Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is." Right. Once we understand what the will of the Lord is, right? So, they're mourning the death of this, what's his name? Ruby Perez, which is with Jake. That's the tribe, because they said they were, they said it was Cuban. Yes, like they were Dominicans. All right, which is Jake. Yeah, man. The Lord He's sending out punishments, and we got to keep our eyes open, watch where we're going, not make sure that we're not always out and about, So, yeah, man, I wanted to bring this out. We don't want to make this too long. Currently on my lunch break, and just some, news you can use, as I always say. And, Lord willing. That being said, Lord willing, is edifying. And I'll be back with another lesson that will be extended. So yeah, to next time, shalom.